All right, let's jump right into this. We're looking at a wild what-if scenario, the starting lineup for the 2026 NBA All-Star Game. Now, at first glance, some of these names make sense, but trust me, look a little closer. There are a couple of things on this list that signal a massive, seismic shift in the league.
Okay, just take a second and really look at this. See it? In the West, you've got Luka Doncic, but next to his name, it says LAL. Yep, Los Angeles Lakers. And then, wait, who's that starting at forward? Deni Avdija? Seriously? And maybe even crazier is who's not here. No LeBron, no Steph Curry, no Kevin Durant. The guys who've run the NBA for what, 15 years? They're just gone. This is a whole new league.
So the big question is, how in the world did we get to this point? How does the entire landscape of the NBA get turned completely upside down in just a couple of years? Well, to get it, you gotta follow the trail of dominoes that led us here, starting with the biggest one of all. It all comes back to one single league-shattering move. The kind of trade that doesn't just change two teams, it changes everything. So, here's the story of how it went down. It started with some rumblings in late 2025, a little frustration building up in Dallas, and then bam, by February, the blockbuster trade drops, and Luka is on his way to Los Angeles. And today, Showtime is officially back in LA, just with a brand new leading man. And the reason he wanted out? It all came down to one word: stagnation. The story goes that Luka just felt like the Mavs had gone as far as they could go. He needed a bigger stage, a real shot at a title, and, Hollywood came calling. And did the move work out? Oh yeah, the impact was instant. Luka, paired with Anthony Davis, has completely revitalized the Lakers. We're not just talking about a playoff team, they're the #2 seed in the West. He didn't just join the Lakers, he took them over and became the face of basketball in LA. Okay, so that's the Luka piece of the puzzle, but that still doesn't explain the missing names. Where are the legends? What happened to LeBron, Steph, and Cade? Because this ballot isn't just about who's here, it's really about who isn't.
I mean, this really says it all, doesn't it? It's night and day. In just 2 short years, the entire Mount Rushmore of the league got a facelift. The era of LeBron, Curry, and Durant is officially over. Now it's a new generation's league, led by guys like Wemby. It is a total changing of the guard.
So why the big disappearance? Well, Father Time is undefeated. LeBron's in his final season, finally taking a bit of a step back. Steph's legendary shooting has, believe it or not, finally started to cool off. And then you have a guy like Jason Tatum, who's just got some bad luck, sidelined with an injury. The door was basically wide open for new faces to step up. All right, so new superstar in a new jersey, old legends on their way out, but that still doesn't explain the single most shocking name on this whole ballot, so let's talk about it. Let's make the unbelievable case for Deni Avdija.
And look, I know what you're thinking. Deni Avdija, an all-star starter over guys who are still in the league like Cade? I get it. It sounds absolutely insane. But the numbers, well, the numbers tell a really interesting story.
Just look at this. This isn't just a jump, it's a lunge. He has literally more than doubled his career scoring average. This isn't just him having a good year. No, this is the kind of explosive breakout season that makes him the hands-down favorite for most improved player. And how did he do it? Simple. He totally reinvented his game. Portland's rebuilding, so they basically handed him the keys to the entire offense. He's not just a forward anymore. He's bringing the ball up the court, he's making the plays, and he's scoring the points. He's become a true point-forward machine. And really, it all comes down to this one fact. He is everything to the Blazers. He leads the team in points and assists. He's not a piece of their offensive puzzle. He is the puzzle. When you carry that kind of load and produce like that, you're not just an all-star. You're a starter, period. So, you see? When you take Luka's trade, and you add in the old guard finally fading away, and then you sprinkle in the ridiculous rise of a surprise talent like Donnie, what you get is a league that looks nothing like it did just 2 years ago. I mean, it's just crazy what a difference a couple of years can make. The undisputed face of the Western Conference is now Wemby, not LeBron. The biggest star wearing purple and gold is Luka Doncic, and the surprise all-star isn't a former #1 pick like Paolo Banchero, but a guy who completely transformed his career. And we've barely even mentioned the East, which has had its own revolution. That conference is now a track meet. It is all about youth, speed, and insane athleticism.
You've got Cade Cunningham as the floor general in Detroit. You've got the absolute blur that is Tyrese Maxey, the high-flying Jalen Johnson in Atlanta. It's a whole new class of alphas running the show.
Which brings us to the final thought here. This ballot, as crazy as it looks, represents a radical but totally plausible changing of the guard. The legends we grew up with are gone, new dynasties are being built, and stars are coming from places you'd never expect. So the only question left is this the future of the NBA you're excited to watch?